give people something else to look at besides your hairy face. Right. Anyway, these are almost done. T-shirt designs. This is for Chadiana. That was done last week, which was the new Patreon sort of symbol. That's already on a T-shirt right now, on my Redbubble, actually. Both a light design and the dark design, Cirilla. We got to get moving. This is really almost done. I just have to put a little bit of work into it, but I had to stop because of the freelance stuff to get done this week. And I would work on the freelance. I have like 3 pieces right here that I got to finish for somebody, but I don't want to work on somebody else's work in the middle of a live stream without their permission. So, not that I signed an NDA, but I want to make sure that they get the first dibs on posting, see, whatever, anyway. So yeah, thought about doing a piece tonight as soon as this cat's done getting pet. On tonight's pieces, I always love when I just have to talk to the camera because this little cat, you're so frustrating. She's been up here all day today and all day yesterday while I was trying to get 2 new pieces done, again, for a freelance job. I guess I could say that, they're illustrations for my friend Damon Manx, who is a horror writer who I have met through the horror convention scene. Let me plug in my phone here so it doesn't go out. 69%, magic number. So yeah, it's 2 illustrations for his upcoming novel series, I'm pretty sure it is. And they came out good. I like them, but unless Damon shows up, I can't show them on camera. I don't even know if I'll be able to post them. I do have other artwork that's going to be posted soon. Those Vagrant Story pieces, I was kind of waiting for a good time to drop it, but my friend Steph Wilson likes to tell me that I'm not posting enough artwork. Probably not on the live stream, so he's not going to hear that, but Steph. He's a good friend now. He's trying to do good by me by telling me to post more artwork. So yeah, I had some outstanding stuff. I still have a few pieces, commissions, which are open. Commissions that I got to post, and an album cover I did last year in March, and I'm pretty sure it already has been posted, so it's safe to post it, but never heard from the guy after I sent it. Well, I heard from the guy one time after I sent it to him, and was paid for it, but I think it's safe to post it online. So you about ready to get in the chair so I can work here? This is always like fascinating live stream time, Cirilla. You can go. Check yourself out. Perfect. All right. It's going to be working on a new symbol for my stuff too. Another t-shirt design. That one's for Dark Fire Press. That one's for Chadiana. I have another painting I want to get done. I don't know, though. Am I going to have the time? And also, which way is this? This is actually the front. New artworks. So what do we do? Well, another obscure thing I'm really into. I've been wanting to do a Berserk piece from the manga Berserk. Who knows it? I keep getting asked about it because I'm such a big Dark Souls fan. And Dark Souls is very much inspired by the late Kentaro Miura's work. Berserk series. And I have really been considering doing a piece for that. And since I got the anime convention, actually my first experience with, oh my God, that's not going to work, is it? Can't lean in. Okay, that's fine. I can make that work. Don't need everybody seeing my face and like close up like that. That beard. Anyway, now it's getting weird. Okay, so, yeah, Tosca and Guts and Berserk. The reason for it, again, is I am a fan of it. I saw the anime when I was in college. Scarred me for life, so I had to take a break. And then eventually got into the manga, which I'm not caught up on because I'm always reading so many different things. Some fan I am. But yeah, a lot of the Dark Souls fans tell me I should do a Berserk piece. So I don't know. If I can get it done by tomorrow night, as long as nobody's like begging me for other work I owe them, I think most everything is stable right now. I'm not supposed to get the upper deck stuff until I signed all the paperwork on that job, so I'm waiting for them to send it to me, but that's not until March, and it's still February. The 3 pieces I have behind me, I can't work on the live stream anyway, but I'm not getting paid on that until March, so I could wait another week. Question is, can I finish a whole piece of artwork in a day and a half? Old me? Easy. Well, I would say young me. Young me? Easy. I don't know. But I used to like work so much quicker. I might say less carefully and less good quality. And yeah, if I do this piece, it's going to be 11 by 17. I noticed that all my 11 by 17 pieces right now are either superheroes or Dark Souls. And I have the Pumpkin Witch, but I really need to get some horror pieces. Yeah, so do a Berserk piece, Dan. Why don't? Because that's getting horror pieces done. No, but I still got a little bit before the really big horror shows come. Although I shouldn't say that. Undead of Winter, that was in earlier this month. Awesome show. Really awesome show. Had a lot of fun. Not to go back. Not to go back. Mm-hmm. Oh, which reminds me. I did, this was a little disappointing. Well, not disappointing. I have an event on Free Comic Book Day. And it turns out, after getting waitlisted for Fan Expo Philly, I got accepted in. And then I had to turn them down because I have an event on Free Comic Book Day and the convention's going that same weekend. So I've been really wanting to try out the Philly show because, I don't know, I'll admit, I was a little skeptical, but I really like the Fan Expo people. They're good. But then again, I like a lot of promoters. It's in your best interest to like promoters if you're going to do shows, or don't do their shows. Or I guess make a lot of money at their shows and hate yourself for it, but I don't know. I only ever had a problem with one promoter. And some people might remember that because that was Newark Comic Con 2014, I think so. Nothing to do with Newark, because, I do Empires New Jersey Con, and that's at QXT's in Newark. I've done the Iron Garden events at QXT's in Newark as well. So it's not a Newark thing. It's just a guy who ran it thing. Only time. It was funny, actually. It was in a private thread, so I can't say too much about it, but between me and some other vendors, and I brought up how, the only time I ever argued with a promoter was at that show. And I did well. I made money. Actually, for what I was making per show at the time, I made good money at that show. And it was just, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. So, yeah. I don't have a short fuse until I do, and then you suddenly see me screaming at a promoter. No, it's really, I hope it's the only time ever in my life that happens. I pride myself on professionalism as much as possible. Anyway, as I sit here on a live stream and talk about how I argue with a promoter, very professional. I'm a funny guy. Anyway, one time only. Should have seen it. Brendan Shaw and Pete Vasquez were there. The Fat Guy Inc. guys, because they were the one that wasn't their fault. It was a different location than it had been in the past. But they were like right near where I was, my little cheat sheet. For any of you artists like me that don't like having to measure the same things over and over again, make yourself a little cheat sheet so you know where to draw your lines, right? I have all these things. I just redid like a ratio list just because, like, driving me nuts trying to remember. Oh, why do I need that, don't I? It's 4 and 7. Some people might wonder, what are you doing, JM? Well, I do really like, you know what, I don't have to do this perfectly. I just kind of need to find. I'm being a little too precise now. I do like doing my third grid. This has to come off for a second. It's too much. Gorilla's not here, so we can risk it. Oh. Anyway, I kept saying I was going to do Instagram Live. I haven't done that yet. But then again, I keep saying that I'm going to have a actual song for my live stream. I haven't gotten on that either. So I don't mind doing it in freehand. It doesn't need to be a straight line. I kind of gotta know where it is. Or now the problem is I didn't do a very good sketch for this one. If I remember, it was extremely bare bones. You know, like my witches here. Because that's what I do sometimes. I just go very, very light. I mean, look, that's the Battle Chasers one I did. More Yasumi Matsuno stuff. Anyway, yeah, that was it. Guts and Casca. Not really much to go by. Horrible idea to just go straight into this like that. Guess we're going to have to sketch a little bit. Don't want to reveal spoilers on Tatiana or freelance stuff, so I gotta be careful where I'm opening here. Well, let's do the old thing where we do a sketch and then we follow that all the way to the end. Oh, you know what though? I should do this in a separate window instead of the same. Chat's very quiet. I hope you're all awake over there. I'm not calling anybody out, but you know, it's always nice to hear from people during the live stream. What am I doing? Move the window, not the tab, JM. Do you know how these things work? Okay. Gatsu and Kaka. Let's see who's liked the video, so at least I know who is here. Alton, I wonder if he's still watching right now. I just saw Alton at Nerdfest. All right. You know, although I have full confidence in my ability to draw these two characters, I have never once drawn them. What a crazy thing. What a crazy, crazy thing. We got like a full... That was weird. Why did it come up like that? Must be nice when you guys are just watching me look at the computer screen because I'm trying to get... I should just pull out one of my mangas, but they're over there somewhere. Out there. Not being read presently. Oh, that's weird. I know the mic is currently muted. I don't really need to know all that. Okay. Yeah, I guess I got to keep it flat though, right? So you guys can see it. As I've said in the past, right? Usually sketch and pen in my sketchbooks. Once upon a time, I thought it was a good idea. Nowadays, I guess it still is, but, you know. It's funny, though, when I sketch in pen, I'm still more economical than when I sketch in pencil. I'd be doing so many extra lines. But, you know, it's like, oh, practice a character. Well, yeah, that makes sense. And then I'll still do it so much quicker for some wacko reason. All right. I guess I'm going to have to put Tosca over here. I don't have enough room for her over there. I forget who it was very recently was talking about how there aren't a lot of couples who are like in stories together. A lot of times they're either, you know, a will they get together or won't they sort of thing. Or, you know, it's just totally platonic. Casca and Guts are one of those rare exceptions, although, you know, I guess it's arguable how long they really had to be a couple. If you know anything about the series. Oh, God. I need a better picture. Maybe, you know, I should search for them individually. That would probably be, you know, a smarter bet. Oscar? Guts. And I have yet to really have like a Hello, Jim. How are we doing today? I hope you are well. Sorry that my face is in the thing right now. I'm trying to. I should have done this in advance, of course, but you know. Everything I do is an afterthought. All right. I really want to make sure my sources definitely. I'm doing pretty. I mean, I have had more sleep this week, that's for sure. I can say that with confidence. I've had a lot more sleep. And just as usual, still doing my best to not avoid working on my conlings, but managing to avoid them anyway. Well, in my defense, you know, I have had a lot of things that I've been getting done this week as far as art projects for freelance gigs that are due. But is it really that hard to find a really good picture of Casca here? Like, why is that so difficult? What do you mean? Oh no. It's not a bad thing that I've had the artwork to get done. It's just, I'm just saying, like, we're just going to have to go with this, I guess, because, like, I don't know what else to do. It's like, I guess that's a reasonable depiction of her that I could use, right? Yeah, we'll go with it. I don't know what you mean by oh no, but no, not bad. I just, you know, I have people owe me money and I owe them artwork to get that money. So it's in my best interest to get the artwork done. No, but the one thing, I had a deadline of the end of the month and, you know, the 27th. So really cutting it close. A friend of mine that I'm doing some work for, just some illustrations for his novel, but still, yeah, needs to get done. You know, I try to keep a healthy distance between work and personal, but when you do work with friends, you definitely don't want to mess up their schedule, because then you might not be friends anymore. Oh god, I can't read it. Just joking about you abandoning your con. Like, no. I definitely didn't abandon it. In fact, you know, last week you weren't on, were you? On the chat that Saturday night. Someone, oh god, who was it? I don't know everybody's names at this point. I'm trying to remember now. It's one of the female conlangers that come on. She had some questions about how to go about something with her language, and I started talking about, even though I'm not an expert, I started talking about Swahili and Bantu languages. And other than one other person that knew more than I did, I had a lot to offer to that conversation. So it was nice for once to actually be like, hey, you might want to consider these things. And this is what this language does. And, you know. But then at some point I got off because I did have I had to eat dinner and get ready for the show the next day. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to add some expertise to a conversation. Very cool. Yeah, it was. Because I don't know a lot about Bantu languages, but one of the I say, like, I'm sticking to certain language families. Well, the Bantus, I think, still fall into Afro-Asiatic, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to sound really dumb because they probably don't. But anyway, one of the languages, which actually at this point might be one of the furthest along, is based on like Swahili and the Bantu languages, because I wanted it to emulate a Northern African and not strictly like non-Semitic Northern African language. So thus I was looking at Bantu languages and the way they classify nouns and everything, which I thought was going to be very helpful to that woman, and not necessarily solving her problem, but at least like another thing to look at to perhaps help her flesh out an idea she had with her language. Did you get my check for the... Yeah, I did. Oh my God, they're still sitting right there. Last week was an interesting week. Anyway, I'll get them out. I'm so sorry. Yes, I did get the check. In fact, I I wound up, one of my parents was sick, nothing serious, but I had to run out and get some stuff for them. So I did go to the bank and cash your check. Thank you very much. But I didn't send out your stuff. Oh. You and Rob. I still got to finish this one for, I believe the man's name is Kevin. We're not friends on Facebook, but I think that's how I have contact with him. Very sorry. Very sorry. You know where to find me, though, at least. Just show up on a live stream and you can yell at me. Where's my damn artwork I paid for? No, you'll get it. I promise. Again, it was a crazy week. I had the convention. Then I had to, yesterday I got contacted by the one author I'm working with, my friend Damon. And he wanted to know the status of the illustrations I was doing for him, so I've been working on those. So yeah, let's pencil. Not. I appreciate that it's worth waiting for, but of course you want it on your desk. You want to be able to see it. You know. I can't. I could show it to you now, but it's in the package, so it's just. I shouldn't be doing that, because if I had an Etsy order in, it would be like, this is the problem, right? I don't want to say it is the problem, but it kind of is. When you start getting friendly with people, then you're like, oh yeah, I'll get their stuff done. But then if it's like some total stranger and it's like a business thing, you want to get it done immediately because you don't want a bad review. But if it's like a friend or acquaintance or whatever, it's like, I'll get it out. No, I really apologize, Jim. Ask my Patreon supporters. I don't know how they haven't given up on me at this point. Fulfillment is not my strong suit. Oh my God, speaking of the other person that I have to do, finish some work for. What's up, Damien? I have your pieces behind me. I had another thing that I had to finish up before the end of the month, but then you're on deck and those are done. So I just don't like working on something that somebody's hired me for on a live stream, but I sent you the picture, so you know what they're looking like. I just, of course, want to add more details to them before I send them off to you. But yeah, man, I hope you're doing well. I guess you are now at the new location. Is that true? Maybe. What I've seen is so far is great. Yeah, no, I know, but I put a lot more detail into stuff, so I appreciate you saying that. It looks good. I just, I wanna give it a little bit more of my stuff. 2 jobs. You're working both. So that wait. Are you on night crew at RP, or are you at night crew at St. Dominic's? I'm sure Janine's so happy if you left day crew at RP, though. Not really. I'm being sarcastic. Oh, let's say I got that covered up. RP in the morning, so St. Dominic's at night. Wow. I would say good for you, but man, don't go like dropping dead on me because you're working that hard. I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but we know what happened in the summer, and I don't want to see you overdoing it again. Besides, I'm not there to completely ignore you when you fall and not even know it happened because I'm running a machine and trying to get my own work done. No, I really didn't. I didn't even hear it. Dollars in school. That's right. You did say you were going back to school, which is cool. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but it just happens sometimes, I guess. That's cool. But I forgot to ask you in the yeah, you're laughing your ass off, so I forgot to ask you in the text what you're going to school for. If you don't mind saying, if you don't want to say it in the chat, you can just text it to me later or something. That's fine. I don't, because I understand this is live. Oh, really? A degree in maintenance? Or is it like a one of those boiler certificates? Oh, but do you already have it? I forget. Oh, that's good. Now, I don't remember if I said that when we were working the job together, but that was really something I had considered, was like a trade. Before, not that I wasn't going to do the art and the writing and everything, but there were different jobs I thought about. One was there was a period of time I wanted to teach martial arts, which was why I wound up getting into teaching in general. But I really did think about doing a trade as my day job, just because, first of all, it would be somewhat physical. Although I've been losing weight again, I'm down under 190 again, which is great. If I get under 180, I will be ecstatic. But yeah, I figured it was physical since I sit all day. Well, no, I try to get some exercise in, but you know what I mean. And yeah, it would just be like totally different. Oh, you got the boiler license already. That's good. That's all good. And then those are things that, you could always run your own business too with that stuff. I mean, it's hard to believe that more people don't go into it because, like, you really make good money in trades, Well, you can. I shouldn't say every job works out that way, but when you have something like carpentry and stuff, electrical, I find electrical really fascinating because I did it one time with just installing lights in a basement and seeing like how it works going from one circuit to the other and feeding all the electrical, down I just I mean, it was something that I had an easy time wrapping my head around how it all worked, and it just I find that stuff fun. Got to get Band Lab. Oh, okay. I could just send it in another audio file, but yeah, I'd like to hear it. Sure. Well, I guess the T-shirt's not really for music, but still, and I know you a lot about music, and I'd love to see all that stuff. Music app, yeah, won't sound good unless I get BandLab. Well, if they have it for Samsung, then yeah, like if they have it in the Google store, then I can get it. But I'm not one of those iPhone people. I know there's a lot of you out there, but the new phone that I'm recording this on, I just got a new one because it was a free upgrade. I just got the standard S24. It's free, yes they do. Okay, cool. Well then, yeah, I'll I gotta get Band Lab. All right, it's written down there. Hopefully, I won't lose it. Damien. Okay. Yeah. So, house beats. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing it. I'm going to need a better thing for her face at least. But wow, 6 people. What's going on here tonight? Coming out of the woodwork. It's good though. Just sketching right now, everyone. I was hoping to get a piece mostly done today, but I haven't drawn these characters before, so I gotta start with that first. Oh. Yeah, man, but I want to get your illustrations, Damien. I want to get them done. I mean, whenever you're ready is, pay or whatever, that's one thing, but, that's a separate issue. But I would like to try to get them done by the end of next week. If I mean, it would have been good to get them done this week, but I'm being realistic. I don't think I'll be able to finish them before the week is out since our convention. Yeah, actually, you've been wanting to come to the problem is this one's not a comic convention. It's an anime show, but it's at the Glen Point in Teaneck, Saturday and Sunday. I'll be there. Otherwise, for a comic show, I mean, if you really want to go to a better size one that's in New Jersey, I think you're going to have to wait for Garden State Comic Fest in Morristown. There's some smaller ones I'm doing before then. where there's some horror shows. Yeah. Oh yeah, what time? I saw your comment, Rob. I'll get to it in just a second. What time? I think it's from 11 to. It's from 11 to 7. I think 11 to 7. It says 10, but I think on the site it said 11 actually. 11 to 7 on Saturday at the Glen Point. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday at the Glen Point. PoochieCon is what it's called. All right, Rob. Let's get to this exciting news here. Aaron finally finished the Kirkland Horror. Definitely atmospheric. You did a great job with Stowshaw. Oh, thanks. I wasn't sure how that. I don't know. I saw. I don't think you've ever met Dwayne Rob, but he's one of the other patrons who usually is commenting on stuff. So you've seen him at least there. He actually finished it, and I had no idea. And we were talking about it when I was up in Pennsylvania for the Undead of Winter show that that convention I was at up there. So, yeah, that's good. More people need to buy the Kirkland. I think it's the best thing I've written to date. Personally, it's a personal favorite because the feedback on it now is starting to match with what I was trying to accomplish with that book, which is good. What I want to hear. I mean, well, I want to hear honest reviews, but, if they do match up with what I was trying to accomplish, then I know I did the job. Yeah, atmospheric and another, I told Dwayne the main word I was thinking of when I used that, when I was writing the book was visceral. I say visceral because I really wanted people to I wanted the reader to experience what the characters were experiencing, even though it's not told in first person. It's all like third person narratives. I really wanted the reader to get a sense of what each character was going through. So all the sensations and, emotions and whatever they were going through. I just wanted the reader to really have that experience. So, but I'm glad the atmosphere was good. Actually, word count wise, I didn't think this is the case, but this might surprise you, Rob. I'm not 100% sure if it will. I thought that Evelyn was the longest section of the book, and then Farron. Then Claude, then Dashiell. But as it turns out, Farron is longer than Evelyn is. And I never would have expected that. But in actual words on paper, they might be pretty close in page count. I'm not really sure, but definitely in the words written, yeah. Farron's the longest chapter in the book. And I feel like, well, we may both agree. Well, now that you've read Farron, you might feel differently. But before we both agreed that, like, Evelyn, she's at least my personal favorite in the book. And not that I don't like the other ones. All right. All right. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. All right. At least I've drawn her. Casca's got like a rapier, though. And Guts has that big friggin' sword. All right, gotta go back on my thread here. No, wait, I can just go right there. Yep. Free. I'm just gonna find that in before the eclipse. Can you? Let me just find them. All right, there he is. Wreck. Man, it's so hard to see this stuff without my glasses on. Right. Back to the really small thing here. All right. One thing we know about Guts, he's got a thick neck. All right. Actually, Rob, you probably know Berserk, don't you? Because you read a lot of manga as well. I don't think you do. Jeez, look at that. Notifications all over the place. I hope that cat didn't die there. He's got his little throwing knives. Aren't they usually? I don't know. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like they're across his chest, but maybe that's Black Swordsman Guts has that. Berserk. You're not a fan. Well, that's okay, Rob. Not a fan. Well, we can't all have good taste all the time. No, I'm joking. You wish you could draw like that? It's practice, though, man. Just like, you know, you can freestyle rap and everything. Like, I could never do that. Just coming up with stuff off the cuff like that. Actually, as I understand it from what you were telling me, not everybody can rap like that either. So, we're all. I mean, I personally, I feel like drawing is just like anything else. If you practice it, you'll get good at it. I've met some people that are really good at it and they just don't pursue it as much. But I guess when they're working on it, they must really like focus on what they're doing because I don't know. I think it's a combination of it's like I hate to get so whatever about it, but it's very zen, right? Because you're kind of like in the moment, but not overthinking it. You're just letting it flow, but you have a certain amount of confidence in what you're doing. That at least ideally, right? Because most of the time I'm drawing and I have no confidence in what I'm doing. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can do that, right? But that's still art. It's just you haven't taken the time to practice, say, drawing people or whatever. Doesn't mean you couldn't do it if you practiced. Doesn't mean, at present, you don't have that. You haven't practiced that way. I guess the only thing I can think to say about it. That's kind of nice. What we got? Same as freestyle it. On mic, it's all presentation and what you feel. Yeah, when you get into drawing, you just got to get into that spot, where you can just kind of let it go. Thing is, if I do a berserk piece, I really want it to have some symbolism in the artwork. And it's like, can I really get that done and printed for the weekend? It's a tall order. Going my eyes. I should have really brought my glasses over. Hiroaki Samura's art is light years beyond Kentaro Miura's. It's funny you say that actually, because I grew to appreciate Kentaro Miura's stuff later. And I think his later stuff definitely developed better, but it's kind of like I didn't like Mike Mignola's stuff when I was young, and I grew to like it. But yeah, Blade of the Immortal, speaking of Hiroaki Samura, he's I loved that book. In fact, there was a period of time whenever I was first coming into comics where I just wanted to do manga style books where they were just like inks and pencil drawings. And I remember my first couple of pitches got kicked back and denied, even though they thought the art was good. It was like, yeah, this isn't for us. And now I kind of know why, but I thought, yeah, I'm going to do it like Blade of the Immortal, make it look really good. Kids at school this year did portraits of their face, came out fire. That's good. Oh, right. No, wait. Are you talking about RP where they do the big portraits? I know when Mark has them do that, that always comes out good. I got together with Mark once. That was either October, November, I think. Maybe it was in December. I mean, I'm just going through all the months, right? I'm supposed to get together again with him soon. I'm starting to be art in RP. Okay, yeah. So Mark's got to work on that. Unless it's the other, the woman that's in for me. I don't know her name, but Mark said she was pretty good, so that's good. I'm glad. You know, most importantly, I'm glad that the kids have someone knowledgeable and competent in there. Cross. You know what? They are going to be a lot of fun to do, though. Okay, let's see. Let's finish this first. I will take pics of them. That's cool. I'd like to see them and send them to me. Mark might even show them to me, but yeah, if you could, I'd like to see them. Die Wilgerdell by Hiroaki Samura. Best comic panel art ever. I don't know that work. I mean, again, I know it's Blade of the Immortal work, but I kind of stopped grabbing them. And I kind of stopped reading it. And I don't know any particular reason why. Because I loved the art and the story's really good. I did a painting of Manji once, actually. And somebody bought it. Believe it or not, it was a big... it was a big acrylic painting of Manji, like, charging at the viewer, but behind him in blue on like a dark background, if I remember, was the symbol, which is I can't think of the actual word for it, but it's the original symbol that the Nazis hijacked and reversed and turned into the swastika. Which I remember that being a big thing, right? Every time I opened Blade of the Immortal, they were very specific to have a whole thing on like the way first of all, the way it sits at a like on the flat parts of the symbol rather than being turned, and also I think it goes I think that one is clockwise, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, yeah. But the guy who bought it knew exactly. I think he even knew the manga, but he just loved the painting. So there's a guy my dad worked with had an accounting firm. He was just like a big, like, anime, manga, like video game geek kind of guy, and older than me too. But he just loved that. Yeah, that's very kind of you to mention. I won first place, yeah, in some art show out in Arizona that I had to ship the painting out to. But it did win first place, right? I don't even have that on my resume anymore. I don't even know if that it was in Mesa, Arizona. I didn't go out to it. I just shipped the painting out, and it arrived safely, even in its wooden and glass frame. Wave Listen to Me is his latest ongoing work manga. It's a comedy slice of life at a radio station. Very funny. So that's another thing, Rob. Like I was posting all that Vagrant Story stuff today, which was one of the reasons I decided to start looking at comics again as a viable option to tell stories, just because of using art and text together. Because the game actually has all the dialogue is in voice bubbles like in a comic. So, but I was also like manga was the only stuff that I was even looking at anymore, and despite the fact that I have not at all worked like a manga artist, I was always impressed by how they could work on multiple titles at once and get so many pages done and everything. And I used to want to be able to compete with those guys. Can't really do a hand colored book like I do. That's one thing. And then I guess the other thing is, I'm just not that fast. It doesn't seem like anybody is. I don't know anyone but manga artists that can work like manga artists do. That would be an idea, right? Just kind of like start working. Well, it's not like I have to make the pages look like perfect, beautiful paintings either. Speaking of Blade of the Immortal and Hiroaki Samura, I had thought about doing that at one point where I would do really big, lush pieces for like the big money shots in my comics, and then just regular art for because he'll do like a ink painting and super rendered pencils when he does like a big like splash page, but then he'll just do his regular like ink and pencil work, not as rendered when he's doing like his panel work. So it's been another thought. I'm only 41. I got time to experiment. I want to hurry up though. I don't know. Just thought. Hurry up. Oh yeah, I'm pretty confident I could draw these two. And I would enjoy drawing them. Could I get a whole piece done by the end of the day tomorrow and scan it so that I could get it to Dean and say, Dean, I need these by Friday? Probably contact Dean in the morning and find out if he can do it. Googleplex Collectibles for all your printing needs, people. That's who I use. Dean Morris with Googleplex Collectibles. Does my canvas prints, my acrylic glass prints. Pretty soon I'm going to be getting a new horizontal banner and tablecloth. And I'll be doing those too. Only thing Dean doesn't do is my stickers and my greeting cards. Oh, well, and my comic and books, yeah, but he's not in that market. Think GPC. Think Googleplex Black Bolts. Yeah. ThinkGPC.com. If anybody's ever thinking about printing prints and stuff like that. I have nothing but good things to say about Dean. He kept trying to get my business for years, but I was already working with a printer. And when that printer stopped printing, as was my word to him, I followed up and started using Dean. And I don't see any reason to use somebody else unless Dean can't do it or Dean decides to close up. Oh, you know what? Actually, yes, he does. The only thing is, Damien, he doesn't, like, it depends on, like, he does print on demand shirts, so he'll do them as you need them, which means you can also do, like, a small run. But if you're looking to do a big run, I don't know if he's the best, like, because you might be looking for a specific type of printing. I don't know. I would still contact him. I'll just put it in the chat so it's easier. I mean, yeah, you could check him out. Tell him, does Dean know me by Jeff? Not as well, so yeah, tell him JM sent you, and then yeah. Well, Dean might know me by Jeff. I always forget who does and who doesn't, you know? But yeah, I would check him out, you know? I'm not sure if it, you know, because I'm not, like, I'm going to start doing t-shirts through him, but I'm not at your level. I'm not going to be, like, hauling boxes and boxes of t-shirts with me everywhere because I do so much other stuff, you know? But it keeps getting requested that I do t-shirts, and I've done some through my Redbubble store, but actually, well, you weren't here, but I mean, that's what these two designs are for t-shirts I want to do for my own stuff, you know. I have other designs too. See, I would hit him up, let him know I sent you. And like I said, I'm probably going to have to contact him tomorrow anyway, because I want to see if I give him a heads up and I get the print done in time, if he can do it. I never work to get something done for a convention anymore, but the first time I did PoochieCon, I just did okay. And that's nothing against the show. It seems like they get a good amount of people going, but I don't do a lot of anime-related fan art. I have, like, a new Vampire Hunter D piece, and now I've got, which I didn't have the last time, I have some Castlevania pieces, which they have the Netflix show, so the anime crowd would be more familiar with it now. But yeah, I just your name gonna get out there. You need like 100 shirts. Okay, well, yeah, he could probably. Oh my god, I'm like, sorry, I lost track of the current comment. Okay. You have the lettering themed for the 4 drawings I did. Right. Well, you just, like you said, you were going to add those in later. I'm just going to get the drawings together and put them, the guys side by side, so that, you know, it's in one thing. Tamora, I don't know why Dark Horse can't print Emerald and an English translation for Genso Coke, AC, Coke, Taco, Coca tongue twister. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. Dark Horse might not have the ability to do it for some reason. You need like 100 shirts. I'm pretty sure he could do that. Yeah, I'm not going to be ordering anything in the realm of 100 shirts from him, but he could probably do that. I'm hoping so, man. I'm like trying to get my name out there in as many ways as possible. I mean, I already had a fan base before, but there's a little bit of feeling like I'm not starting from scratch, but really trying to get things moving again because there are just so many. Well, I always say it, but it's true. COVID didn't help, right? But it wasn't it wasn't everything that was kind of holding things back for a while. There was just one element in the long list of things. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I mean, like, I think the designs look good and it's something different, you know? Like, I like doing projects that are a little bit. I mean, even though, yeah, I really, especially for the stuff that I like bring to a convention and put on my table, I like sticking to the horror and dark fantasy stuff, but I love working on projects for other people that are just different from the normal stuff I do. So I'm happy to be doing something for the United Cartel clothing line. My whole live stream night so far has just been me working in the sketchbook. Practicing Guts and Casca. I think it's Gatsu and is that right? I don't think so. Maybe it is. Guts. Casca. It's probably Casca. I don't think that changes. The Japanese. Good question. Japanese was another language I wanted to learn. I don't know. One of these days, I'll get around to learning more stuff. Oh, it's Universal Cartel. I don't know why I keep thinking it was United Cartel. Maybe because I'm thinking about the idea of like the unifying theme on it. But okay, Universal Cartel. My mistake. My apologies. Don't worry, I'm not writing it on there anyway, so I'll just remember next time I write it down. Yeah. All right. Sometimes you use the pens that are running out of ink for the sketches. Okay. Well, let's figure out what this is going to look like. I like the idea of them standing together, which was back there somewhere. Hey, Vagrant Story. That's what it is. Posting earlier. Right. Oh, right. She was going to be holding. Yeah. So that's, I mean, the pose is good, but then I need, that would have been big too, but I don't have enough time. Yeah, that's really reasoning. Well, at the tip, it's not. That's weird, isn't it? Right? Like, if I go that way, very dark. Sorry, you can't see that on the camera. If I go that way, has this been like sliding back? Yes, it has. Have I been pulling it toward me this time? Side? Oh, now it's working. Yeah, it's like bleeding out. Yeah, it is. Book is full of great stuff. I appreciate that. I just, like I said, I can't show everything because some stuff is in here that's like for sketch for freelance jobs. I mean, like stuff that's for me. Yeah, I can show whatever those. Yeah, you know, I am gonna do another Alice in Wonderland piece. Give me time, people. Give me time. I have so much to do. All right, so let's lay this out. Probably want the eclipse in there. But I do like Griffith's mask. It's like the eclipse. That might be cool. Yeah. And we could have guts, Oscar, right? Mm-hmm. 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 Ready to be back in the future, but then I want to be that. Figure it out. That's much taller. Mm. And then I don't know but something like that. Mm. Don't mind me, I'm just silently sorting out how to do this one. I could do that there. Put the balet on the other side. Oh, yeah, no, that's great. Friday, I have to load in, I think around 2:00, but yeah, you can call me. If I miss the call, I'll just call you right back, you know? But yeah, and hopefully I'll see you this weekend. Have a good night, Damien. and enjoy the rest of your week too. I don't know. I know everybody would like, anybody that's a Berserk fan would just like to see a nice, happy picture of Guts and Costco without shadowing over them. But let's face it, that's pretty much the whole book, isn't it? Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Later, man. I could keep Griffith's mask up here. Take the brand off of that spot. I could throw it elsewhere, almost like an overlay. Corner. Right. Have the bandages whipping around. Symbolic of that state before the eclipse. I just don't know where the hell I'd put Leland. Unless that's superimposed at the bottom there. What a troubling thing out there. I mean, I could just do like get in the back. That would probably work out good. But then, am I doing it on watercolor paper, or should I be doing it on what is that stuff? The mixed media paper. I don't know. What would happen if I put molding paste on watercolor paper? Will it survive? That's what I would do back here. It's just texture and molding paste. Quickly becoming a major endeavor to do this piece. But, the one good thing about being on a live stream, I have to say, for anybody that's still watching it, is that, because I get fidgety during the day, I have to get up and walk around, which is good because I, need to get exercise. I make sure I get steps in and stuff like that. But being on a live stream, just forces me to focus on nothing else but what I'm drawing, which is very helpful. I think I said it once or twice before, but the live streams are just as much for me as they are for my viewing audience, or in their car, or wherever you watch this. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, click the notification bell, whatever. Okay. I don't think I really need the hairstyles to know who is who, but, just in case. Even though Costco's hairstyle is short. It is not as short as Guts's. Where's Cyrilla? She was here at the beginning. I don't know if I'm going to get her to come back, but she was here at the beginning of the stream. She killed, I would think, about 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes of the stream. Would not let me work. I babbled on about Pucci Khan and a bunch of other things, and then she jumped off of this side of the table. I haven't seen her since. Well, Jim, you might derail this whole thing, right? So let's see what I can do. Gorilla. TV. I understand that she's not a dog, but sometimes she does come when I call her. It is just extremely inconsistent, as one would expect from a cat. Sorella. I don't know what's there. It must be. She must be laying in bed somewhere. And I can't quite get my head around the side of the door frame enough to see her perfectly that I could. What am I looking for here? Tosca's sword. That freaked me out for a second. Neighbors were coming down the walkway, but it sounded like geese. You gotta go now? Rill, come on, Uncle Jim wants to say hi. All right, Jim. Well, I'll talk to you soon. I won't be able to get to the online group this Saturday, obviously, because I have a show. But the next Saturday, I might be able to make it. You know, I have a show on Sunday, but not Saturday, so maybe it'll work out. Have a good night. You and Sue. You know, it's a you, Sue, and Jale. Now that I know, I got that one in too. Since thought I created that name, but no, it's not my invention. That cat is probably not coming out of spite right now. He's like, you wanted me off the table? Well, you got it. I wouldn't come to you unless you paid me in treats, which might work. It might be about the only thing that would work with the cat right now. In here is a bag open, or one of her, or if I open a can of tuna, I count. No problem then. I don't know why I always have. Can't wait to get my heart. Yeah, I know. I'll get that out too. I promise you that one. I don't like making promises I can't keep, so. Although that shouldn't be a hard one to keep. Why am I like, just friggin' look up hanging guard, man. Hanging guard. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what it is with me. I always have trouble like just coming up with that farm position just off the top of my head. There just seems to be something about it that is remarkably difficult for me. It shouldn't be. But man, I still can't figure it out. So you get this here, right? And then that one's going to be, oh yeah, okay. But that's okay. That's fine. Well, now that just looks like a big inky mess. Looks like no goes back there, blah, blah, blah. Yep, doesn't look like anything, but I get what it means now. Just that scribble in there. That's why my thumbnail sketches look like poo-poo, because, you know, they just don't. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah, I can make the... Yeah, I can really make them like kind of frame it. I don't know, mixed media paper or watercolor paper. I wish I could access my phone for this. But there it is up there doing its thing. You know what? Anyone who sees this video at any point now or in the future should subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I can make enough money to buy myself a camera for recording these and other videos so that I can just look on my phone and I want to find something instead of having to stretch over. Please help me. Donate to the poor JMD Foundation who needs a camera for his live streams. Not really, but you know. I have a Patreon too. All right, what do we got? 4 people still watching? Wow. I'm surprised anybody stuck around this long. And Steph was here at one point. That's too bad. I mentioned him. I forget what that was over. Okay. I am very quickly going to go grab a seltzer. And while I do that... Oh, I still can't look up the water. I got to do it on a computer. Okay. One moment, everyone. I leave for 2 seconds and then Len starts commenting. Oh my God. Hey, Len, you just got here when I walked away to go get a seltzer and grab an extra piece of paper in case this isn't working out. Nice to see you though, man. Glad we still got the beast going. Anyone who's watching, Len Danovich, co-creator of Eugene the Beast Kelly, who is coming up on the 5th part of the story we created, that I wrote and Len's doing the artwork for a Kid in a Comic. Go to a kidinacomic.com to get your subscription. Yeah. And yeah, there's not a lot of people that watch him right now. Well, I don't know. I can only see the Facebook views, and it shows me 5 on Facebook. There could be some on YouTube. Kid and I should have that like ready at all times, but I don't. There you go, people. Click that link. Get your subscription. You can read The Beast. You can read Tatiana's going to be starting up with issue 5. And lots of wonderful artist and writer friends were in there. The print came out nice. What print? That's a good question. Not sure what you're referring to. I haven't seen the printed book yet. Maybe you got yours already. I didn't get mine. John, however, did show me a picture that he had of Tatiana because nothing against the Beast. I think he's very happy that I have a book that I'm drawing in there too. A story that I'm drawing in there too, because John apparently likes my art. I don't know why, but he does. So, that's kind of cool. I promise not to take over the paper, though. Like, it's not going to be all J.M. DeSantis stories. 2 isn't too much. 3 is a crowd, right? It's supposed to go. 2 is a couple, 3 is a crowd. 2 is not too much. Oh, yeah. I'm fine. 3 stories. I'm not taking everything out. The print came out fine. Oh, nice. Oh, right. I read that. The stripped, I just got it. And both look great. What are you working on tonight? Well, these are for a t-shirt design that I have not completed, or 2 t-shirt designs, 1 and 2, like, a little banner thing that goes off. But I have some freelance jobs I can't finish because I don't like working on people's freelance work on a live stream. I don't usually rush to get prints done. Now we got to go through a whole story here. But I have an anime convention this weekend, and I've been thinking about doing a piece from Berserk, which is an anime and manga, which I do enjoy. And people that like my Dark Souls art usually tell me I should try out a Berserk piece. So I'm sketching out ideas for it. I just wanted to make sure I liked how I was drawing the characters first. Casca and Guts. And now I'm just trying to figure out a good layout and plan of attack. But as I've been talking about too, Len, just to catch you up, I am not sure if I should use watercolor paper for this or mixed media paper, because I am thinking that the negative space up here is going to use some of that fancy molding paste I like to use for texture. Where the hell is it? All these art supply companies better start giving me money for all the free sponsorships and advertising they get on my underappreciated program here. Golden molding base, semi-opaque acrylic texture medium, matte finish. Well, I've used it on the live stream before. I used to use the lightweight. I've never used the heavyweight. This is what would be the medium or the standard one, which is perfect. I should have switched to it years ago, but I was always nervous. Because once I start liking something, I'm always afraid to make a change. The designs are fantastic. Go with the watercolor paper. I just want to, but I kind of like It's not these designs are on this. They're just going to be computer colored. I just mean like this piece here. Am I going to do it on watercolor paper or mixed media? And the only difference is whether or not the watercolor paper can take the molding paste. Decisions. I don't know if it can. I think I've beaten the design to death, though. I really could get started on it with the 15 minutes I have left. So let's just check the old Google here and see what it says about using molding paste on watercolor papers. Excuse the hairy Italian arms real quick, everyone. Can you use molding paste on watercolor paper? I began the artwork by painting a watercolor paper yellow. I love my white night. Said after the watercolor background, I added splotches of molding paste and it made it look corduroy by drawing straight lines. Okay. It's also on a canvas-ish looking thing. Okay. Can you use modeling paste with watercolor? Allow three-dimensional possibilities, effects with watercolor. Yeah, okay, great. Can I use it on watercolor paper? All right. Well, you know what? When in doubt. This isn't going to tell me anything, though, because I gotta wait for it to dry, don't I? That's why I keep scraps of paper all the time. The open one now? Of course. The other one was the open one, wasn't it? DRCL, whatever the hell that means. Midnight Children manga series. You're just getting back into oh my god. Okay. The time is you're just getting back into manga. Okay. I don't read a lot of it, but there are some mangas I've read, and Berserk happens to be one of them that I semi-regularly keep up with. Midnight Children manga series written and illustrated by Shinichi Sakamoto. It's funny, I find myself very eclectic that way, in the sense that because of my interest in video games and the fact that there are some mangas that I've always liked, finger painting with molding paste with JM DeSantis. Anyway, we're going to let that. Dracula. Oh, okay. Dracula? Dracula what? Is that related to manga? Maybe. Anyway, yeah, but because of that, I have art and writing wise, I have Japanese influences and I have like American or English influences. Well, English on the writing part, right? Well, I suppose there are some English artists that I like, because I like John Howe and Alan Lee. Well, they might be British. I don't know if they're both English. Anyway, look that one up. It's up my alley, and the art is amazing. You're talking about the Midnight Children manga series, and I guess that means it's a Dracula series. So yeah, I'll look it up. Sure, why not? always up for good recommendations of books that I'll never get to because I read, or you know what, I might get to it immediately, and then 6 other books that I just purchased won't get read. That's not your fault, Len. It's a me problem. One of these days, I'll be laying in my deathbed and looking at all the books I didn't get to finish reading. Because I have so many of them. And then what am I doing with my life? Creating more books. It's an endless problem. Yeah, I will look it up though. Midnight Children by Shinichi Sakamoto. Well, I feel like I'm just killing time right now, but I'm kind of waiting for this to dry to see how it reacts to watercolor paper. It's not dry yet, but I recently was giving my uninformed opinion on another art project, whether or not something would work on a different material. And even though this is not dry, based on the parts that are drying so far, I am going to say that this will work. It might even work with the watercolors. I want you to find out that part, though. Your to be read is longer than your lifespan. Had some YouTube videos on what, the molding paste or the manga you just recommended. And I get it, Rob. I think I've talked about. I still have books that I bought when I was in college that I haven't gotten to because and in college I was reading voraciously because I had to commute back and forth to Brooklyn every day, so that was at least 2 hours, sometimes 3 or longer. Round trip, not each way, round trip. And then in between classes or whatever, I was just reading all the time. But I would just buy, I would ask for books for Christmas, and then whatever I didn't get, I would spend about $150 and buy books right after Christmas. And then about midway through the year, I'd go on another like $100 splurge on books. And that was 4 years of college and probably a couple of years afterwards. And then it slowed down a bit. But even at that point, I had acquired so many books and left certain threads of books unfinished. Not series, but like when I was into Norse mythology, I bought so many books and I never even finished reading all of them. Some of those are from college. Oh, so you've had some YouTube videos on the manga. That's always cool. When I first started watching YouTube and listening to it while I worked, it was Dark Souls lore videos. And I would sometimes listen to stuff on Netflix, and I don't know what happened, but right before the pandemic, and I've probably said this before, I discovered Red Letter Media. I do a lot of film reviews, but they also have their Best of the Worst series, which is awesome. And that's what kept me sane during COVID, was their videos. So now I have shifted where most of what I watch is either film critiques, which I've said I have moved to more than just that. There are some people that used to do lore videos that I still watch, but I either watch like true crime, especially serial killers or people that murder their families or whatever, because I don't know why. I find it fascinating. Not the act, but psychology. And then or it's just goofy videos about Red Letter Media or good, bad, good, good, bad, bad, bad. Who else? Hello, Luis. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just in the middle of a thought. There are a couple other reviewers I watched. I forgot them the last time, and now I'm forgetting them again because they just came up. Well, they're off the Movie Maker sometimes. I'm really enjoying Papa Meat's channel. Yeah, but that's not. Well, some of them have been movie reviews. Anyway, Luis, you are number 7 on my watch list right now because apparently I have 7 people viewing this, at least on Facebook. Lucky number 7, Luis. And I did get an email from your guy Angel with Jennifer the She-Wolf. I have to get Bob Sodaro's Wolf Girls going first, and I feel I've been tragically behind on that, and I say that literally because I know he just had a death in the family too, so it's like it's hitting me even worse that I haven't gotten it done quicker. I'm like so unreliable. Anyway, any good recommendations out there of recent stuff I've watched? No, because it's just I'm always watching. I can't even like pull it up because my phone's up here. I mean, 3 on YouTube. I don't know what you mean by 3 on YouTube, but if I just go to YouTube right now, am I even logged in on this computer? If you go to my YouTube channel, actually, you can see my subscriptions because I have them all listed. But, then some of you are going to know some of the political stuff I occasionally watch too. I don't care, but some of you might. Because, some of the things I'm subscribed to. But, some of these I don't really watch a lot of. The biggest ones I watch, like I'm like going through these right now. Because I don't even watch the politics stuff that often. It's like Papa Meat, Indie Mouse, This Is Monsters. Right. Who else? Coffee House Crime. Oh yeah, I love his stuff. And serial killers documentaries. Yeah, this is all sounding really good. Occasionally film coverage. Who else we got on here? Right, it said Papa Meat. Graham Norton show is always good for a quick laugh. Oh, man, I can't even find them. Why are we? Oh, because it's not showing my subscriptions. It's just showing like they're up at the top, right? Can I see who's I'm subscribed to? Manage? This is really great, right? That's not even, I don't even know why that channel still exists. A Little Late with Lily Singh. She doesn't even have her show anymore. Oh, who's in here? Because, yeah, alphabetical order doesn't even help. Oh, Bardic Broadcasts. That man doesn't. Oh, Bobby Fingers is always really good, too. He does sculpture work and tells stories during it. He's actually like yeah, he's kind of cool. Dark Curiosities. I haven't watched her channel in a while. Disturbing. He just had his thing. Or, right? It was disturbing, not dreading. Now, I can't see because, like, I'm on another tab, so if you guys are talking to me, I have no idea. Oh, right, Fanboy Flicks, because that's Weird Movies with Mark. I enjoy that channel quite a bit. Who else we got? George Rockall Smith. Schmidt is pretty good for bizarre stories. Actually, there was another one, wasn't there? I haven't seen him in a while. Oki or something like that. I hate everything. I haven't watched him in a while. I haven't watched I'm Alex. Indie Mouse, yeah. Iron Pineapple, always good when he does his. Actually, you guys should go to Jack Squat JB because he's got all kinds of cool stuff. Friend, artist, he sings, does puppetry, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, what are we doing? Back here, 3 on YouTube. I still don't know what the 3 on YouTube means, but anyway. Damn, there's so. Oh, knowing better. Yeah, occasionally he's got some cool stuff. Curtis Connor can occasionally have some good stuff too. Man carrying things, very short videos, but fun. I haven't watched Minty in a while. Minty Comedic Arts. Moturn Media, of course, but that's just whenever it happens. Not the good girl. She was good. I was watching a couple of like cult videos. That's mostly what she does. So yeah, that's all I got for you, Len. Probably made no sense. Red Letter Media. That's like my top go-to. Ryan Hollinger. He does a lot of horror movie stuff. Shrouded Hand. Haven't watched him in a while. Oh, Smotown, and I haven't watched Sunpie yet. She's pretty good if you just want like light, strange video game content. Ashen Hollow. It was fun. I'm just reading through it. Well, I'm not reading through all of them because there's a lot of stuff that I am not. Totally Pointless TV. Right. He has some good stuff occasionally. But he doesn't put up a lot of stuff. Oh, Video Game Donkey. I forgot about Donkey. Every once in a while I get some stuff. I used to be you watch Jason Brandt? I'm actually thinking about unsubscribing to him. I was getting into him for a little bit, and now I've just been kind of like, I don't know, Good, Bad, and Bad, Bad is better, in my opinion, and friggin' Red Letter Media is the best. Zero Lenny, by the way, if you want some video game stuff, that's hilarious. But I don't know, I've been kind of like not as into Jason Brandt stuff. I am subscribed, but I don't know. Wang's another one that I haven't watched his content in a while, and I don't know. There was a period of time where I was like fascinated with some of the more disgusting stories that came out of the internet, and now I haven't watched a video of his in the longest time. I don't know if I'll go back. I haven't unsubscribed though yet. I don't know. Sometimes I unsubscribe to people and then I wind up resubscribing to them. I've done that a couple of times with more happens with the political channels. Sometimes I just get tired of hearing it, even when it's politics I agree with. But anyway. So that's that for this week. You got to hear a 10-minute thing of me reading off some of the YouTube channels I subscribe to, but it's public anyway. I don't hide my subscription. So if you want to check out anything that I watch, I can't say how often I watch it based on if it's in that list. But, you know, some of the stuff I'm subscribed to, I don't think I've watched a video in like 2 or 3 years, but there it is, you know. Anyway, yes, Robert, or Rob, I keep calling you Robert, I don't know why. Anyway, I know that it's the name on the thing, but I know you by Rob, so I don't know why I'm doing that to you. Anyway, yes, everyone, as Rob says there, have a good night. I'll be back next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know, unless the world blows up or something like that, which I'm sure isn't going to happen. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you then. PoochieCon this weekend. Next weekend, I think I'm doing Ken Lawrence's New Jersey Collector Fest. Is that what it is? In Clifton, something like that, Clifton, New Jersey. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you all next week. Have a great night. Maybe I'll get this painting done now. And yeah, bye-bye.